Kotika TV Africa, New Age of TV.
Good evening, good morning, and a good afternoon to you viewers. This is Kotika TV Africa, and I am your host, Jacqueline Nakamba. So welcome to another yet amazing segment where we'll get to talk about skills, art, and talent. And I'm so excited because today in the studio we have an amazing, talented young man who has been doing amazing things in the city of Ndola, with just his unique hands and skills. And, it's not like the usual where we'll get to see people rapping, singing, dancing, but this particular type of art is somehow different. And I'm so excited because I believe at the end of this show, someone out there is going to be motivated, informed, and entertained. So before we dive deep, let's go on a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Kotika TV Africa, New Age of TV.
Welcome back. I'm glad that you who's watching have stayed tuned, and I believe you're so excited just like me because today we have an amazing conversation. And I'm so happy because I have been seeing youths all over the country coming out of their shell, embracing their unique talents and not just copying what the neighbors doing, like how it is. I see this person singing, I'm like, I'm gonna sing, I'll start rapping or I'll start dancing. But I'm just glad because I am seeing youths all over the country just embracing their unique talents and just showcasing them and doing amazing things. And so, like I said, we have an amazing guest in this studio, who has been doing amazing work with his art. And I'm so excited because the conversation is going to be so insightful. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the amazing Stephen, the artist.
Thank you, Jackie. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm equally happy because I've been looking forward to this time when we get to converse. Quite right, I know you, but we've never really sat down to talk about your art.
Yeah.
So I'm just also happy, anyway, because I believe our conversation is going to be amazing. So anyway, let's start. So, to people who don't know you, because I do know you, so can you just introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm so happy to be here. I'm humbled. My name is Steve, Stefan, whichever method you can use to actually go, but I'm Steve, I'm Stefan Mwawa. I am based in Dola. I am a visual artist and the founder of Sketchy Artworks and Designs. I do paintings, I do drawings, and I also want to venture into branding. I'm still branding t-shirts.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's just a brief summary about me and what I actually do.
Okay, this is probably your name. Are you Steven or Steven? Because I always get mixed up. I'm like, which one is his name?
Depending on your tongue, depending on your tongue, but it's Stephen. But
the one in the Bible?
Yeah, okay. The guy was told.
I hope you won't be stoned. Okay, all right. So anyway, apart from that, just tell us a bit about yourself. We also love to know, did you grow up in Ndola? Your background, just a bit about that.
Yeah, so not exactly. I didn't actually grow up in Ndola. I'm from Northern Province. That's how I'm from. In Borokoso. Yeah.
Okay.
So foreign. I was born there actually.
Wow.
Moved to Ndola, did my education in Ndola, Kansenshi. That's where I did my education.
Wow.
I also went to Chiwala. From there, I finished my grade 4, and I am currently working by Afaj.
Wow.
Yeah, part-time, and I'm doing art full-time. Yes,
Okay.
that's what I'm doing by the moment.
Okay, art full-time, and the other, okay. That's a good one, because you're already answering my questions, because I wanted to ask, things in line with what you talked about. Yeah, but apart from your art, and you've also talked about you working for Lafayette, but what else do we have to know about you?
Okay.
Apart from these two things.
Apart from this, I cook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. That's one of the things I love to do.
Okay.
And I love creating music. I am an upcoming songwriter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so watch out. Yeah.
And I didn't know that about you. Quite alright, I've been seeing your statuses posting food, but I didn't know about your singing, your music, your shiny, I didn't know about it. So I'm just shocked that you get to do music. Yeah, but so anyway, we can move to another question, because I have quite a number of things I'd love to get to know about you, and I'm sure the people are so anxious to just get to know you. So tell us about your art. We talked about visual art. What is visual art exactly?
Visual art. How can I say visual art? I think visual art is art that you could actually see. I don't know but to my definition, okay, it's art that you can actually see. Okay. It has different branches. Okay. So it has different branches. So it has, for example, there's drawing, okay, that you could actually find in visual arts. There's also graphics. There's also painting as well. There's sculpting. A bunch of things that actually come out of visual arts. So it's like it's very, very big. Okay. So, but what about you? What exactly do you do? Do you do everything that you talked about, or maybe only do parts? I do most of the things I talked about. I draw, I paint. What else? Yeah, and I also do designs on clothing designs. I do that as well. Yeah, so I do most of the things, but I also want to start doing graphics. So I just want to do like a bunch of things. Yeah, because I feel like I am able to actually do a number of things. I'm flexible enough to actually do it. Wow. Yeah. And I just love the fact that you're not limiting yourself. You can just explore your art. It's not just about drawing. You can even do this, you can do that. But anyway, so the painting behind you, is it a painting? What is it exactly? Maybe you can also just touch that. Yeah, is it a painting? What is this? So this is actually a print. Okay. Yeah, this is actually a print. Oh, okay. It's printed on it's canvas. Okay. Yeah. So what type of art are these things? So these are wood carvings. Okay. Yeah. You can also see some metal there. So you could also put this in the category of abstract art. Okay. Yes, it's a form of expressive art. Okay. So you also do this? I also, no, not exactly this, but I have the other type of art I do abstract art. Okay. Yeah, that's I feel it's more of expressive art because people see different colors. I've seen people say, okay, this is like a mess, but it's art. It's a type of art where you just get to express yourself in some way, where you just get to use different colors, different shapes. It doesn't have to actually make sense, but I feel like other people do actually get to relate to it. Wow. Yeah. Because in line like this, I saw a particular artist. Like she just messed up things, she just posted. I'm like, this is interesting, but like what type of, art is this? But I didn't know that there's even abstract, what you talked about, and just amazing things to do with art. So like, so how did you begin your art journey? Yeah, how did you start? How did you know? When did you know that you can actually, do these things with your hands? Oh, I actually started when I was pretty young, actually. And I remember when I was in grade 2, I used to actually do little drawings, and I used to sell them. By the time we used to have 2000, the old currency back in the days. I used to actually do that, and from there I just had an interest in art. And fast forward in grade 9, actually, I had a book. I had a drawing book, actually. Yeah, it was like a very special thing. I didn't know it was very sad, but I lost it. Yeah, I had a drawing book. I used to like keep a bunch of things, and someone told me, okay, like you should actually pursue art. Yeah, but by that time I was like, okay, I could actually do it, but I didn't actually think I could be really, really good at it. Yeah, so fast forward, I completed my high school. I had like a bunch of things I wanted to do, and art wasn't like one of the things I really wanted to do. But I, finished my high school. Was home just doing nothing, and then I just met a bunch of people who, used to meet on Sundays. Some really, really good people. And from there, we used to have meetings on Wednesday. People used to sing, they used to dance, they used to do poetry, and someone told me, oh, you actually draw, you could actually teach people how to do it. I was like, oh, okay. And then from there, I started practicing. I started finding out more about art, and I developed an interest to actually, have more information about art. And from there, the journey just began. I started looking up new methods of doing it. I started asking questions, started working on my art, and from there I actually developed an interest in art. Yeah.
Wow. You know, which brings me now to this question, which is connected to what you're talking about. So, how do you get to improve? Because I've seen you doing some work like here, I'm meeting, but when you do another piece, it's like, you know, something that's big and, you know, amazing. So, what do you do to actually improve your skill and just do, you know, better works than, you know, the previous?
It's research by the end of the day, and just learning from other people who've been there.
Okay.
Yes, I feel asking someone who's actually done it is way better.
Okay.
It's just asking advice and just videos actually.
Oh.
Tutorials. I used to watch tutorials and practice. And just consistency by the end of the day. The more you actually do something, the better you get at it. So I can like there are times where I just got frustrated and like, okay, you do something and it's not actually coming out right, and you're like, okay, I think I call it quits. But I remember one of the most amazing pieces I actually did. I wasn't intentional. Okay. Wow. Because I was doing a piece and I was like, okay, it's going to come out this way, and it actually didn't come out the way I wanted to be. And from there, I just developed an idea. I was like, okay, what if I did this? What if I added this color? And it ended up being an amazing piece by the end of the day. So I believe consistency and just not being scared of failing and just trying again. Yeah, you can actually become good at it.
You know, remind me of a comment that Bosi had passed the time that we had African Mistake, and he's like, you know, most of these great ideas are born out of mistakes. So don't, like, you know, sometimes just wake up and do what you've never done. If you always do A, B, C, try maybe start with Z and do this. Make a mistake and let's see what's going to come out of that. And me hearing this from you, you know, so yeah, guys, mistakes are good. Yeah. So long as something good is going to come out of that. But anyway, so what's the story behind your art?
Story behind there are different stories to say. I've done a few pieces. So I get different inspirations from different pieces. I've done one that's African. You get to see on the slideshows. My inspiration is just the African culture, to say, because I love African art, and that's what I want my work to actually, you know, represent the culture of the African culture that we have here. Yeah, and the other ones are just shapes, shapes and colors, to say, and my inspiration is just color.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like just color, you just work out like, I'm in love with blue, so let me do something.
And different, even the galaxy, I've done one of the galaxy paintings as well. And I'm just very much amazed with the galaxy. It's, I'm just perplexed. It's very, very beautiful. And, you know, I usually draw my inspiration from that. Yeah.
This is quite amazing. And you know, that's why I love creativity, you know, because like, you're never too, like, wherever, you just catch us by surprise. You know, like today you wake up and you just feel like doing this, you know, I just open my Facebook and I find this. I'm like, what goes on in this guy's mind? Like every time he wants to do something, it's always something that we never expected, which is really, really amazing about art. So anyway, guys, I know it's hot, so let's just drink some water. We'll be back after this. Stay tuned.
Kutika TV Africa, New Age of TV.
Hi guys, welcome back. Assuming that you have been watching with us from the time we started, but if you just joined us, this is Kutika TV Africa, and we have an amazing artist in our studio that I've been conversing with. And you know, I believe this conversation is insightful to someone out there, and you're being entertained, you're being motivated, and you're being informed. So let's go and get back to our chat now. You know, I asked a number of questions which are very, very interesting, and I'm glad that I now know these other parts that I didn't know about you. You know, we know a little bit about art, people like me who didn't know about visual art, abstract, shiny, you know, all those things. I'm just glad that you've gotten to explain those things. So now let's move to another part. I saw something that you had posted, or I've been seeing you posting about pen and seed. You know, you would advertise here and there. So are you working, or have you been working with pen and seed in Dola?
Okay, currently I've been doing more collaborations with people who host paint and sips.
Wow.
So I've done a collaboration with Blossoms.
Oh.
They sport events and especially paint and sips.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do those ones as well. I've done one with Indulge Restaurant.
Okay.
Yes. So they book me most of the time for these events. Yes.
Wow. You know, because these are like latest events, I didn't know about paint and sip till like a few months ago. So maybe to someone out there who doesn't know anything about painting and sipping, what is it all about?
So paint and sip, it's where it's an event where you get to paint and mostly it's paint and sip wine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what happens most of the time. So there's an instructor who just gives you guidelines on how to do it, but mostly it's you who has to actually do the painting.
Wow.
Yes, and you also get to go away with the painting as well. Yes, so the painting is yours, so it's like you're creating your own masterpiece.
Okay.
Yes.
So to people like me who can't even hold anything except for a makeup brush, how can I be instructed to do something amazing?
Oh,
do you do like, you know, I don't know what they are called, but where you just, I don't know, you do what's already like there, then you just paint and I don't know what's already drawn. What happened? Okay,
so what happens, if there's an outline, so for example, you want to do a flower. So me as an artist who's instructing you will give you an outline. I'll do an outline for you for you to actually follow a sketch on canvas.
Wow.
And that's where the journey starts from.
Wow.
You get to do the painting and I just get to do the instructing by the end of the day. Yeah.
It's quite therapeutic, I would say. You know, it's like where you just get to relax, you sit. Is it alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Depending on the event, some do alcoholic and some do non-alcoholic. So it varies.
You know, because people are skeptical, you know, people do take alcohol and some don't. But anyway, so how do you get to collaborate with such people?
Okay, so it's 2 events.
Okay.
I also do markets by the end of the by the way.
Okay.
Where you just get to sell your work, you get to display your work. We did the markets by Castle Lodge.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the market is going to resume next year.
Okay.
Yes, so the markets by Castle Lodge, where people get to sell different items, cosmetics, food, and offer services. So that's why I go to put my paintings, and from there different people came through, and we just built relationship, and from there I met a few people who are interested in my services, and we started working from that point.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, so this is just someone out there, you know, if you can do these unique things, don't just sit at home and paint and interact with people, go to such markets. Who knows, maybe a beautiful opportunity is going to be birthed out of there. So what of associations? Do you also have like a visual art association in Zambia that at least helps you visual artists to get to, you know, enhance your art, maybe birthing opportunities? Do we have such?
By the moment, no, not exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm actually looking forward to that. To that, because I feel like it's going to encourage people like me and people who actually want to venture into art. I feel it's going to be more of an encouragement.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've had conversations with many people, especially upcoming artists, and they feel art isn't noticed in Zambia. But I feel introducing such is going to be of encouragement.
Wow.
Yeah, to people who want to do art full time, it's definitely going to be an encouragement.
Wow. You know, I recently came across something on Africa Magic Family. There was a competition, like they usually have this in Nigeria, a competition for artists. And I got to see people coming on board, people are winning prizes. And I was like, oh, okay, if we had such in Zambia, I believe a lot of people would be encouraged, you know, at least to come out and just do things I never thought they could do. Because I feel like such opportunities will just make you think, you know, work on your project and just come out of your shell and just do amazing things. So yeah, what of material, in terms of your material, what did you buy? Do you have also a market that is favorable for you in terms of the material that you buy for your art?
Well, mostly I order most of my material.
Wow.
Yes, either online or I just order from. I get most of them from town, and some people usually ask, where do you actually get your pen from? My abstract work, and I use very cheap pens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cheap, like
Very cheap.
Wow.
And yeah, it's very much surprising, but it's actually cheap. I use paint for myself. They sell at a very affordable price. That's about 20 kwacha.
Okay.
Imagine 20 kwacha.
Okay.
Yeah. And the results are amazing. The things that you could do with that is actually amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
An amazing thing. So, a very, like, I don't know if you'd be comfortable maybe answering this, but do you do your art for income generation as well, or maybe just do it out of, passion, you just put your things there and just forget about it, or maybe also use it as an avenue to generate income?
So, okay. For starters, when I started doing art, my main goal wasn't to actually sell art.
Okay.
My main goal was just to do what I love doing.
Okay.
To just get my, my thoughts, the way I feel, and my ideas on paper, canvas. And people actually related to what I was doing. And they're like, oh, can you actually sell me this? So from there, I actually started selling my art. But that wasn't my initial plan. My initial plan was just to actually do it because I actually love doing it.
Also, one thing I'm getting from that is just having a passion. And out of a passion, even money is being, brought to the table, isn't it? Yeah, so now what are also the challenges? How do you already talk about a bit of opportunities like cheap things here and there? So can you just dive deep, like in terms of maybe the opportunities that are there, as well as the challenges that you've been facing as an artist in Zambia, or in dollar precisely?
Okay. Challenges. Let's see. I think pricing.
Pricing?
Being an artist, I feel pricing, for me personally, pricing was to say one of the challenges I actually, had.
Okay.
Because, being an upcoming artist who hasn't actually sold so much of his work, had struggles with how much I actually price my work. It wasn't a set price, like, okay, this is how much I'm going to sell it. Yeah, and the other challenge was actually the market, because it's one thing to actually do art and it's another thing to actually market. Yeah, I feel as an artist you should also learn how to market. It's either you learn how to market or you collaborate with someone who actually knows how to market your work. Yeah.
Wow, what an interesting thing. Yeah, then what of, it also has the art of market, like you marketing, but what of generally like the Zambian market, locally and internationally? How is it for you as an artist?
It's okay to say. But looking at where I am right now, it's not like a very constant thing. It changes to say. Sometimes you have market, sometimes you don't have market. But yeah, so I believe it depends on how much effort you're putting in advertising your work, and in actually marketing your work. It's all dependent on you.
Then I just remembered you did touch on the opportunities that are there.
Oh, yes.
The challenges, what opportunities, because I believe there's someone out there doing art and they really want to know what's there. Apart from the passion, maybe someone is just trying to go and do this particular thing for also money generation, opportunities and whatnot. So what opportunities are there? Yes.
Okay, I've gotten to have so many opportunities to say. Like maybe working with different people. Yeah, I've gotten to work with very, very good people, and I've gotten to learn so much from different people. And if you're looking to make money, I believe there's actually income out of art as well. It is possible to make a living out of art. It's very much possible to make a living out of it.
Okay, interesting. So if you're out there, you've heard it from him. Leave whatever you're doing, just jump into the art so long as you have the passion and you have a positive vibe. Yeah, so anyway, what of things like where do you picture yourself being? Do you plan on having an art gallery, or maybe even also creating opportunities for upcoming artists to enhance the Zambian industry in terms of the art that you do?
Well, where I picture myself at least. Yeah, definitely. I would love to open a gallery for art, and even encourage other people like upcoming artists as well I'll definitely love to create platform for them to actually, learn and, grow their talent.
Okay.
Yes. But that's the picture I have.
That's interesting. I also see the art of just being selfless. But I believe if you're facing the same challenges as an artist, you have to make sure that even as you get there, at least you also just help one or two people, But also, what recommendations can you make to maybe the Zambian industry? I don't know. How can things be better for individual artists?
Okay. By, as you said, maybe having organizations to actually, sponsor artists. Okay. Creating platform as well for artists as well. I think that's very much encouraging for people to to do art. Because I've met people who actually do it and they don't have platform to show the world that they actually do art. So I believe creating platform for the younger people who are upcoming artists.
Like what I talked about, like in Nigeria where they have competitions. I believe these are also platforms, you see, because when you get to showcase your work on that level, people from all over the country, all over the world will be able to see what you do. And you'll be able to do amazing things out of that. So, I believe you're pursuing certain things, your visions, your goals. So what will be like your major achievement to say, okay, when I do this, then I have arrived? Do you have something on your mind like, when I just do this? Or maybe when I'm coming on such platforms, when I get to interact with these people, when I do a collaboration with this person, then I'll be able to say I have arrived. Like, do you have a picture of your success in terms of your visual arts?
Yeah, when I get to sell my painting at $1 million.
Oh my God!
Yeah. But at the moment, I don't know. I think I haven't had that picture I can like, but I'm just looking forward to, starting up something of my own.
Oh wow!
And maybe, for example, a gallery.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel that could be an achievement on its own. Yeah. But,
wow. Very interesting. And I believe that whatever you set your mind on is definitely going to happen. But do you have other things that you'd love to maybe share?
Yeah, actually, for those who are actually starting art, it's just an encouragement. Don't quit yet. Okay. Be consistent with what you're doing. And I know mostly art is I've seen many people who actually love art, but they're discouraged to say, don't do arts, be an engineer, be a doctor. But my encouragement is that just do what you love doing and just do it within your entire heart. Pursue it, and you won't get another chance to live life. Just this is you only have one life, so by the end of the day, just pursue your passion.
Wow. Quite interesting. So guys, we'll be crossing over to another segment where he will be showing us his paintings. So stay tuned, we'll be back.
Kutika TV Africa, new age of TV.
Welcome back, guys. Like I said, he will be showing us some of his amazing work. And if you have questions, we'd love to get in touch with us on anything. Please make sure you follow us on our social media platforms and just get to send in your questions. So anyway, can you at least show us some of your paintings and also just explain your story, like stories behind what you do? Yeah, depending on the mood, like you said. Maybe you can just show me some paintings and just explain.
So I have a few samples, and the first one is, my inspiration for the first piece is the ocean.
Wow.
So I did this one about a month ago.
Can I take a look?
Yeah.
Okay, to be displayed?
Yeah. So it's quite big. It's 80 by 100.
Wow.
Yes, it's quite cheap. It's going at 2,000. So my price is very. If you want to order a painting, my price is very according to the size that you want.
Okay.
So that's the biggest size. That's 80 by 100.
Okay, so you do sell your paintings.
I do actually sell.
But the story was just the ocean.
The ocean.
How you love the ocean.
Yes.
So anyway.
That was my inspiration.
Wow. Okay, so I love how God is and how creative he is, apart from just him creating the ocean. He's also given people a creative mind to actually bring out a beautiful piece out of what is already done. So yeah, what of other pieces? Maybe you can also show us that.
Yeah, and I have another piece.
Okay.
This one is also going at 2000. Yeah, guys, it's cheap.
Okay.
So it's 80 by 100, and my inspiration is the galaxy.
Okay.
Yes, that's my inspiration. So this is open. Yeah, this is actually open to use when doing this.
Wow.
So this is oil pour. I just pour paints, and it's actually a bit messy when you do it. So yeah, it gets messy like that.
So this is just pour paints instead of putting things? No, how was the process?
I actually poured different colors, and people don't actually believe it that I actually use a blower for the hair.
On a blower?
Yeah, I actually own a blower.
I'll come and borrow, but I don't have one at the moment.
Yeah. That's what they used to actually spread the colors, and the results are actually amazing.
Wow. You're being creative, using a blower, and you actually do it. I thought the blower is only used for hair, guys. So, well, learn from the art guru. He knows better. So anyway, other pieces that you'd love to show us?
Of course. And there's another piece. Okay. This is, I don't have a name for it yet, but it's an African piece. My inspiration is just African culture.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I drew my inspiration from. Yeah, it's charcoal pencil on canvas. So I just tried to match the two, paint and pencil, and the results were quite good. I wasn't quite confident when starting, but I was just like, okay, let me just finish this piece and see how it's going to come out. And yeah, it came out pretty good.
Wow,
yeah.
Interesting. Let's preserve our Zambian culture and our African culture. I'm sure guys will be able to see. I love how this piece is, because, for people who don't know, it looks so scary, but it's about us Africans. That's the beauty about Africa. Like, we have amazing things. For some of you who might not really know it, if you're watching it from the other part, it might look scary, but there's, it's us preserving our culture, which is very, very beautiful. And I'm a proud African. As much as the time when like the Western, but Africa is a very beautiful place. So anyway, do you have more piece? Maybe the last piece you'd like to show us?
The last piece, definitely. And there's this one.
Okay.
I drew my inspiration from Jackson Pollock. So a few people might know Jackson Pollock. He was an artist as well. So I decided to try out his technique for that piece.
Okay.
Yes.
How was the process? Because I'm saying you just...
I was splashing paint. The process of making art is quite funny,
Okay.
Because when people are saying they will think as if you're actually doing something weird. But the process is weird, but the results are quite good. Yes.
Wow. Guys, I just bumped into this, I'm like, what's happening? You're not going to say there was an inspiration behind this. So, well, guys, you've seen the paintings. If you're interested, you'd want to buy one of his paintings, maybe you can just share, how can people find you?
I have a page.
Okay.
Sketchy Artworks and Designs.
Yeah.
Yes, you can hit me up. And my contact is also on the page in case you're interested. Yes, you can follow me on the page and hit me up from there, make your orders.
Wow. So, for me, one thing that's just giving me joy is how we're just coming out of the shell as youths, embracing our unique arts, just diving deep. We have people who are just doing different things with their hands, with their minds, trying to put things on paper, and, just coming out of, our slumber. And personally, I believe if such a thing was to continue, this can be an avenue of development, because most of the times we just depend on the government to do things. I wonder what we can do. Anyway, story for another day. I don't want people to shoot me like, guys, it was just a suggestion, story for another day. So guys, this has been Kutika TV Africa, and I know that someone out there has been informed, has been entertained, and has been motivated. So let's get interacting. If you have questions, if you'd love to interact with us, send questions, send texts, on Kutika TV Africa. And if you're not yet a follower, please follow us. Subscribe as well to our YouTube channel. This has been Jacqueline Nakamba and
Stephen.
Until next time, bye.
Bye.
Bye.